The House with a Clock in Its Walls. Movie review. Action. So The House with a Clock in Its Walls, very long title. Let's just call it The House with a Clock. So The House with a Clock is directed by Eli Roth. When I saw that, I didn't know that walking into this movie, so that blew me away. The guy responsible for bringing us Hostel and then Green Inferno, movies about torture and just ripping people apart, is bringing us now a family movie for children and families to go to. And I gotta say, this is a pretty decent family movie. This movie has lots of good visuals and a very nice atmosphere. It's based in 1955, so it's a lot more believable that this kid would be like this and reading dictionaries and actually having time to learn things, because kids today, let's admit it, they just don't want to pay attention to anything but their fucking phones. And every character you meet in this movie is very interesting. But it's about this 10-year-old boy named Lewis. His family dies, so he has to move in with his uncle, and his uncle is a warlock. What's a warlock? It's a male wizard. And quickly, the little boy finds out that there's something wrong with the house, that his uncle knows magic, and he wants his uncle to teach him magic. And so he does, but he has one rule. Do not open this cabinet. But what does he do? He opens the cabinet. Yep, that's what he does. I never read the book for this movie, but this movie is based off of a novel. I'm not sure who it's from exactly, but so therefore nothing was spoiled for me. There's definitely some creepy moments in this movie with mannequins and dolls that little kids might actually find scary. There's a joke towards the end that involves really bad CGI with Jack Black that I feel like they kind of took it a little far to just shake your head moments, really. It just didn't sit well with me. There was one moment of lazy writing, in my opinion, where it's just kind of like, really, that's the way you're going to stop the madman, the bad guy, from his plan is to do this. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's just very kind of lazy when you see it. The three main characters that you follow in this movie are all very interesting. They all have interesting backstories. Each of them gets fleshed out, unlike some movies. This movie just had a lot of good visuals. It was actually pretty funny. This movie's funnier than the Muppet movie that I saw. That was a rated R Muppet movie, and that movie didn't even make me laugh once. This movie actually had me chuckling a couple of times, so that's pretty sad. A PG movie is funnier than a rated R comedy. You need to step up your game, Hollywood.
You're perfectly safe.
That's safe?
As long as it's fed.
It still shocks me that Eli Roth directed this movie. I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, he even has a cameo in this movie that I thought was funny. But it's just a horror director now directing this. It's crazy. All the performances were good in this movie, except the little kid was hit and miss sometimes. If he had to get really emotional, it felt kind of forced and weak sometimes, where he had to start crying. And this movie actually has a couple of twists in it that I didn't even see it coming. It's like, oh shit, really? And the motivation for the bad guy isn't just like, take out the world because. He actually has a little bit of a reason about why he wants to do what he's doing. And who the bad guy is, I'm not going to spoil anything. It's spoiler free. But this movie did keep me interested. It paced pretty well. It didn't bore me or anything. So therefore, this is actually a good movie for not just children, but also adults. So therefore, I think this is a great movie for you to go see at the movie theaters. And then when The House with a Clock in Its Walls comes out to DVD and Blu-ray, I highly recommend that you go out and buy it for your little one. I thought this movie was pretty good. It's definitely better than some of the movies I've seen recently that were rated R. I'm a rated R guy. I don't go see PG movies that often. This was a pretty decent one. I liked it. Good visuals, good acting. Good story, pretty unique, but what did you think about this movie? Have you seen it yet? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoy this review at all, you can see more by clicking on my beautiful cartoon face in 5 seconds. And until next time, I'll refuse to see it.